Mr. President, the Honorable William Samoei Arap Ruto, Prime Minister Raila Odinga, both co-principals of the NADCO process. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't find it easy to come in here this morning for various reasons, one of which was the barricading of the route to KICC. But I must thank the organizers for having brought it to KICC, because if it was a State House, Mr. President, it would even have been a little harder. The reason is simple. Our country is at a crossroads. My colleague, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, has highlighted that both of you asked us to undertake the process of NADCO following the 2023 enactment of the Finance Bill and the riots that took place, where we lost people, 75 of them, property was destroyed, and the country was in a state of a shock. We undertook that responsibility with gusto, and we are very open-minded. As Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, our number one topic was the high cost of living. But Kimani and the team on Kenya Kwanza convinced us that it was a government responsibility and the opposition had nothing to do with discussing the high cost of living. I hope that in the light of recent developments, my friend Kimani would have revised that thought. Because again, 2024, Finance Act and the riots, and again we have lost 41 young Kenyans. This time they came in the form of Gen Z, but they are Kenyans. They have a right to belong. In fact, they are carrying the national flags. They have done it better than we did when some of us nearly got killed. Mr. President, I want to urge that we look at our country afresh. There's no way we can wish away the Gen Z revolution. And if we were to begin to be honest with ourselves, perhaps we need now to go back to Bomas, because during the presentations, Kimani and Cheruiyot may remember, and Wandai was deputizing me, that a lot of Kenyans wanted us to open this space. The space has been opened by Gen Z. I wish we had moved with speed. It has taken inordinate delay to get to where we are today, to get the first product out of NADCO. And I'm not so sure, my friend Kimani, whether it is expected of us to even fast track the other 8. They have to be juxtaposed by the reality of all of us who get thrown out by the Gen Zs, because they say we have come of age. You say that we are leaders of tomorrow, we can't wish them away. Therefore, I want to urge that we now look at the whole thing. For example, we have now set up the process of nominating new commissioners. We made it very clear that both you, Mr. President, and Mr. Raila Odinga, the Prime Minister, will have to agree on, perhaps most importantly, on who becomes the chair of the new IEBC. That principle of consultation was inbuilt, and I thank my colleagues because we didn't have to struggle much to agree. But now is the time. The country is at a crossroads. Can we, for a beginning, even in order to bring the country to normalcy, can you, Mr. President, order the Inspector General of Police, if he doesn't resign, can he remove the police from the streets? Can the army get out of our streets and back to the barracks? I thank